Good evening, everyone. I am Jane Goodfellow. My role currently is Head of Careers and Employability at Cardiff University. It's a new role for me. I'm very delighted to be in the role, but also a little bit sad because actually previously I've been the Programme Manager for the Go Wales and Work Experience team for 10 years. I've been involved with the Go Wales programme right from the beginning. And I'm very proud actually to have been part of the programme that we've all heard about this evening. And I know from the careers and employability perspective here at the university, Go Wales has been a key aspect of what we deliver to our students over the years. I'm very pleased to be here alongside Innovation Network this evening. We've been members of this network for many years. I think as Terry said earlier, the Go Wales team and I have attended lots and lots of business networks over the years, and I have to say that it is the most successful way that we've met new companies and invited them to work with us. This network is a particularly successful one, and one I think which always has a fantastic programme of events. So I'm very pleased to be here with the Innovation Network, and particularly thanks to Sian for all her fantastic organisation in bringing this evening's event together. When I first came to Cardiff University, I came to manage the placement programme for Go Wales. And it sounds really cheesy, but I have to say, as you may have gathered this evening, it was never a boring role, and it was never a role that you get tired of, because you're constantly meeting companies with all sorts of exciting projects and roles that our students and graduates can get involved with. Sometimes you go along and meet companies and they might be in their flip-flops and their shorts, and you might cringe slightly when you leave, but you think, hope for the best. And generally, I have to say that everything works well. And you see the beginning of lots of companies and the beginning of lots of careers actually taking place and supported through Go Wales. And it is true that whatever network we go along to, we end up meeting our alumni, as Terry said earlier. And actually, it's great because you don't have to say very much. You can just sit there and let people talk about their experience with the programme, and that really encourages other people to engage with it. Lots of the employers that I work with tell me how impressed they were with our students and how they can come into a company and really add value from day one. And this is really from the university perspective what the programme is all about. Employability of our students and graduates is really high on the university agenda. It's incredibly difficult for students currently. They not only have to achieve significantly in their academic study whilst they're at university, but they also, right from their first year now, have to think about what they're going to do when they leave us and what their future career will be. And they have to start working towards that from day one. So we're encouraging students right from the beginning of their time at university to get involved with work experience and lots of extracurricular activities, which really help them to develop those skills, which then they can take to employers and they can impress with at assessment centres and interviews. And increasingly, we're seeing that the big graduate recruiters are using internships and placements as a kind of recruitment exercise, as we've heard earlier. I mean, at Go Wales, we achieve 65% of conversion from graduate placements into longer term employment. We're not quite hitting the Ernst & Young level, which is about 90%. So you can see that's something for us to aim for, but it gives you an indication of just how important these sort of opportunities are for our students and graduates. And they face incredible competition when they go out there to look for employment. And I think one of the fantastic things about Go Wales is it enables our students to see that actually they don't have to chase all the opportunities with the Big Four, for example, that there are lots of incredibly valuable opportunities for them in terms of working within small businesses within Wales. And we've just seen some of those this evening, some examples. And there are many more where students have literally undertaken a taster, perhaps, gone back to complete a placement, perhaps done a dissertation involving the company that they worked with. They found a job through Go Wales, and then they've continued with the company and continued their training and development through our graduate programmes. So it really is rather like an employability journey. And as we also said earlier, it gives our students and graduates an opportunity to really be impacting on the economy in Wales and making sure that our small businesses continue to develop and grow. So we've seen some fantastic examples of what the Go Wales programme supports this evening. I really hope that it's inspired some of you in the audience here and that you've been sitting there thinking about ideas for how Go Wales could help support your companies or to help start your career. It just really remains for me to say that thank you to everybody who's been involved in this evening. Thanks to the Innovation Network, to our chair and to the judges. And thank you very much to my team from Careers and Employability who've worked really hard to pull this together and do work very hard to meet the challenging targets that we have to deliver through Go Wales. Before I hand you back to Terry for the question and answer session, there's just one thing I would like to say, and that's Annie, who was organised this evening, is actually leaving us today. She probably has taken the entrepreneurial example from lots of employers that we work with, and she's actually leaving us to run her own business. So I'd like to wish her well and say thanks again to everybody.